What is up, beautiful people from all around the world? Today we're going to be looking at a new artist, at least for me, XIUMIN. I don't know if this is even a group or a soloist, but there's one way to find out, and that's actually by watching the video. I'm always excited to check out new artists because, hey, I think new artists are always very entertaining because you're like, hey, are they really that good? Are they really that bad? There's only one way to find out, but I know already because it's SM Town, it's gonna be a good time. So I would say let's not waste any more time and let's jump right into today's video with XIUMIN and brand new. Like always, guys, if you do want to support the channel, make sure you hit that like button, make sure you're subscribed, and I would say let's finally start with the video. Okay, before we even start, I know this is Monday, but it feels awesome. Like, this beat gives me energy, like energy that I need. Okay, before the music actually starts and him actually singing, so now we know actually it's a soloist, I do want to point out that the video actually feels very harmonic and the visuals to the sound. In other words, it really just looks as if it wants to fit together, which is very nice. We're getting all these different angles from this one character, this persona. We're jumping a little bit into different perspectives, different looks, and I like that. I don't understand why we have this look as if we're looking through a peephole, like the ones in the door. Is this maybe because we are looking out of the truck? Is it because we're looking through a door? Maybe the video will explain this, but maybe it is something that is in the truck, you know? I do like the statement though as well. Like, you think, okay, he's just a bus driver, and then there's like this Burberry scarf here. Again, small details like that, I really like. He actually looks like he's the kind of person who enjoys being in front of the camera. Like, his smile seems genuine. It doesn't seem forced. I like that. The one part that for me is a bit skeptical, and, you know, again, this is something that I think, you know, you might think different, is that throughout the entire video, it seems like there's some sort of blooming effect going on where the whites are just a bit too, like a bit of a ghost-like feeling to it, you know? Like here, for example, it's nice. It's not there, but then right here, it's back again. And it's even more obvious when you're looking at the bigger shots. Like, everything is a bit softened out. Do you guys see that as well? Really good job as well on catching up these small little details. Like, I don't know if the dice have anything to do with the lyrics, but it's always just nice to get some simple close-up shots of the surroundings on what you're actually filming, because it just makes the surrounding look a little bit more alive, you know? When you're sitting in a truck, it's not just the person sitting there. You have the steering wheel, the gas pedal, all the small elements that make a truck feel a little bit more alive. And I like that they just film these small little details. That's a really cool shot. Let's actually look at that again. I wonder how they filmed it, and I want to know. So he presses a button, I think for the AC, but funny enough, the light is off. So most likely that also means that the truck is actually off. So again, the truck is not moving. A little bit of a shame. They could have just turned the ignition key to make sure that there is something displayed here. Doesn't really matter. And then we're getting these macro shots. Now, I like macro shots, and if you don't know what macro is, it's basically when you zoom in very much. You need a special lens for it. But what they did here is really smart. So they went with this probe lens basically in this machine, and then this transition comes as if we're looking through the interior of the AC unit. Smart. He really enjoys being in front of the camera. Is it just me, or do you guys see it as well? Also, if you know a little bit more about this artist, where he comes from, who he is, please tell me in the comments below. I would always like to listen to your thoughts as well. Actually, let me look at that transition again. So, because we're in this box, so it seems like he is in the box himself, so he is his own present. And then we get this CGI, at least I presume, kind of CGI looking box. and then it zooms out to the full box. But it makes everything look so alive. Again, really good job with finding the correct angles and making it look as if the CGI is real. Like, look at him smile. He's actually enjoying it, you know? I wonder what he keeps looking at, by the way. He keeps looking in his mirror on the right. Why? Is it just because it looks good for the camera, or is there really something? I think they just do it because of the camera, because if he was looking straight, it looks a bit boring. Here, at least he's looking somehow to the viewers. Again, a little bit awkward, especially if you know I drive, you know, you wouldn't barely look that much to one side. Man, that looks really clean. Like, again, whoever did the everything, basically, whatever they did with the CGI, they really knocked it out of the park here. It's a simple design. It's only a flat design, but it really looks as if it's on the truck. Awesome. Like, the shots themselves are really good. They're entertaining. It allows you to follow the story. Again, a story should talk for itself. At least the video should talk for itself. I don't have the lyrics on in this case, but it's easy to understand what's happening throughout the video. You know, you have the different zones, different climates, and it seems like everything is connected with this truck, as if this truck is holding emotions, holding elements, holding a surprise. I can't really say. Maybe there's going to be a big reveal at the end, but let's see. I just want to point this out again. This is most likely not even a real diner, but the one thing you have to remember is that they built this prop just to make sure that it fits the entire, well, you know, the entire video. And if this is a fake prop, it's so sad, but this is going to just disappear into another box somewhere. You know, they're just gonna dismantle it everywhere and then it's gone. Like, you have to imagine that these things are just purposely built for this MV, which just blows my mind, because every time I went to these big events, you know, from Samsung and everything, and the moment they start building things down, it all just goes into the bin, at least a lot of it, or people take it home, or amazing. You know, for me, it's like a bit of a shame what they do with the money, you know, because it's their budgets, but it's also just, I don't know, it's something for me where I'm like, man, do they have so much money to just throw away? I guess so. He's in a bit of a different mood here. I don't know why, but he doesn't smile as much. Maybe because it was a long day. You know, again, you're losing your energy. But it's nice to see this actually in a character. I want the box to just open up. So this is basically that blooming effect, like everything becomes softened out. At least now they as well have a like 80s filter on top of it. Not really understanding why they are going with it, but that's okay. And they also have some flaring going on. Why are we going back to the 80s though? That was a really interesting shot and also a little bit awkward. I don't know what they did here, but it seems like they're filming on a crane and they try to track it in post. In other words, they try to track it in editing, because it seems like the camera is going up while the post editing is pulling it down. Really interesting. Oh, the transition. Can we look at it again one sec? Just look at that. Really clean. What's in his hand? No idea. Doesn't really matter. I think the MV by itself is very energetic, and I really like XIUMIN. I think he does a fantastic job with just making the video feel so much alive. And also, of course, the extra dancers, they also count in, and they also seem like they're having a good time. So that's really good. You know, the one thing that I like about this MV with Brand New is that everything they did, they just made sure that it was done well. It didn't go overboard on trying to say like, hey, we're the #1 person in the K-pop world or anything like that. They really made sure that they utilized their budget as good as possible and trying to make it look as clean as possible. I saw barely anything where I'd be like, hey, that's a bit of an awkward choice. Why are they going with that choice by themselves? But everything more or less made sense. Of course, we had those blooming effects. I'm just not a big fan of it because you're losing a lot of details. Everything looks soft, but that's a personal opinion. Again, they did it throughout the entire video, and it does look good. So again, they did an artistic choice, and it is actually fine. But now, guys, the big question to you is, what do you think of XIUMIN with Brand New? Do you enjoy it? Did you not enjoy it? Do you like the song or do you not? I think the song is really, really nice. It's upbeat, it's up-tempo, makes me feel good, and I do want to see more of XIUMIN. But guys, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and like always, make sure you hit that like button, make sure you're subscribed, and I'll see you on the next video. Mwah!